I did it for the money. As a bright-eyed 19-year-old law student, I was attracted to humanitarian causes. So naturally, I did what most of us were looking to do back then, join a cause. I interned at an NGO which was dedicated to human rights issues. As an intern, my job was mostly grunt work, organizing events, managing dumb paperwork, or simply running errands. I did this in my free time, of course. I stayed with them till I graduated from law school. Now that I was 24, drowning my ass in debt, I really needed more out of my job. At the NGO, upon discussing this with a friend of mine who worked there, she told me, "Would you like to be a part of the fundraisers? It pays much more." I was now more interested, so I asked her what the job was exactly. I didn't know that by asking her that, I was gonna have to sign a pact of secrecy of some kind. Apparently, as a fundraiser, my job was to mix with the crowd in the parties, go to the men selected by the NGO and flirt with them to get their money. I was an attractive 24-year-old slim, B-cupped, hazel-eyed redhead who had just graduated from law school. So naturally, I was gonna do some digging in on this. So here's the scoop. The NGO will be contacted by potential donors who would commit big bucks if they got a good lay at the parties. I agreed to it. I slept with more than 25 men in 5 years during my time with them. Most of them old, fat or balding middle-aged rich guys. Sometimes we had to do what was known as a pre bono. Yeah, I know, terrible name, isn't it? Where I would have sex with lawyers or some other important men for their services or in helping to the GO. I would dress in revealing clothes and go to parties. I'd approach the men who would already know what I looked like. Then I would sit and mingle with them or their friends. After that, I would be led by them to their hotel rooms and then we'll have sex until the next day. I always insisted on them wearing protection, but there were times when some men refused or I never had a chance to have them put on one. Some men kept in touch with me afterwards, and I would sometimes visit them for some more relief efforts and extra personal tips. This made me able to pay off my student loans in less than 2 years. I got married when I was 29 years old. I met my husband at one of these old and out all parties. Well, he was in charge of the so-called entertainment at one of these parties. You know, this is code for making sure that the old men got their girls to take care of them. We had a nice chat for a few hours before the party, after which I spent the night with a 60-year-old donor from Ghana. The next morning, I had a shower with the client, having breakfast in bed and going for another round of sex. After I left, I was escorted to my home by my would-be husband, who asked me out on a date the same damn day. This is the weirdest thing though. I just had sex with that old man, and no more than a few hours later, and now this nerdy looking but good looking guy was asking me out. He knew exactly what I did, and here he is asking me out. I thought to myself, what the heck? Eventually, I quit this job after I got married, of course. Why not? My loans were all paid. I had managed to stay clean and clear of sexually transmitted diseases for all of this time. I decided not to push my luck anymore. We moved away, joined different jobs, and are now looking to start in a family quite soon. Even though I sit sometimes, even in this happy life that I have right now, I do often look back and crave for some of those dirty things that I did with some of those old dirty money bags. Then again, who knows? I may discuss this with my husband one day, but for now, I'm just being a good girl. Let us know what you think, guys. Leave a comment below and subscribe.